Welcome, and thank you for coming this afternoon. I think we are the only thing between your long week and the party at the Navy Pier tonight. So we've got some great content for you, and we'll begin. So today we are going to cover more than a storefront, unlocking value through the marketplace. So I'm Anthony Joseph, and I'm the Vice President of the Microsoft Commercial Marketplace. And I'm joined today by Will Kearl, who's the Senior Director and leader of the Marketplace Product Marketing Team, and Diego Tamburini, Director of Marketplace Experiences Growth. Today we will cover Marketplace as the future of B2B commerce, what's new on the Marketplace, and how the Marketplace is helping AI transformation. We will also share a customer success story that we hope inspires you to lean more into Marketplace. Before we get rolling, as a reminder, we have experts from our team that are on the chat to answer any questions you might have. Okay, so we're here today to talk about cloud marketplaces. But why cloud marketplaces? Well, cloud marketplaces places are growing at an unprecedented rate. That growth is primarily driven by you, our customers. More organizations than ever are reliant on the cloud. And we wouldn't be here today if it were not. So SaaS spending continues to grow, double-digit year-over-year growth on a 12-digit billion-dollar number. That's astronomical, right? It's critical for businesses to have a seamless and centralized way to procure and manage these solutions. Hand in hand with this SaaS spend is the increasing investment in AI. McKinsey estimating that 67% of orgs will invest more in AI over the next 3 years. And it's important as these organizations invest that they can also scale and achieve meaningful business value. And yet we know today far too many investments are suboptimized. Xylo found that license waste was reported as the top challenge by IT professionals. The cost of unused license adds up. On average, a company wastes about $18 million a year. This is due to organizations wanting to move fast, grow fast, experiment with AI, but not having sufficient oversight and centralized controls, leading to shadow IT and untrackable spend. Enter Marketplace. Microsoft Commercial Marketplace is one catalog of partner solutions and applications published by ISVs, software development companies, startups, and providers vetted by Microsoft. Yes, this catalog is discoverable through our storefronts, Azure Marketplace, and AppSource, but they are also discoverable within our products like Teams and Azure Portal. And through our incredible group of Microsoft sellers, over 35,000 strong worldwide. So our marketplace is more than a storefront. You may also recognize that. At the core, the marketplace helps you simplify B2B commerce by streamlining the entire procurement process. The marketplace enables you to buy how you want to buy, whether that's directly online, through your preferred channel partner, or with your Microsoft team. Finally, the marketplace is driving AI transformation as an extension of the Microsoft Cloud and the Microsoft AI Stack, which you've been hearing all about this week at Ignite. And Will Kearl will take it away and talk more about this now.
Awesome. Thank you, Anthony. When we say one central catalog, this spans thousands of leading applications and solutions from many of the biggest names in technology. Here, we're highlighting a subset of the software companies that are currently selling through the marketplace to give you a sense for what you can find. And we'll continue to showcase innovative names throughout the session. With 95% of the Fortune 500 running on Azure, many of these organizations are already using Marketplace. And in the same way we see our software partners flocking to Marketplace to grow their businesses, more and more customers are recognizing the value of Marketplace and coming to find, try, buy, and deploy the solutions they need to achieve their business objectives. But it's not just the enterprise finding value. We see customers of every size and from every industry globally finding success with Marketplace. And as cloud adoption continues to grow, every organization can experience better software procurement through the Marketplace. Speaking of which, one company I'll call out here is RSA, which is a UK-based insurance group that traces back more than 300 years. We recently completed a case study together, and RSA shared that the Marketplace is helping them accelerate their financial operations, fostering collaboration to support cross-functional alignment, and helping them save time across numerous procurement tasks. And RSA is not alone. Later in today's session, I'm excited we'll be bringing on stage Jatin Suri, Global SVP of the Cloud Center of Excellence at Teleperformance, to hear how the Marketplace is helping them move faster and successfully innovate in the era of AI. Ultimately, everything we do is for customers to help you buy with confidence, to try solutions before you buy, and know that they're pre-configured to seamlessly deploy and run on Azure, increase efficiency by simplifying your vendor onboarding and having partner solutions build directly on your Azure invoice, and spend smarter by maximizing your cloud investments and helping your budgets stretch further. I love this quote from IDC's MarketScape analysis on cloud marketplaces. Consider the Microsoft Commercial Marketplace for all your Azure cloud-based Microsoft products and services to be able to seamlessly draw on your committed cloud spend and easily install vetted and compatible solutions. That just about sums it up. Now, one thing I want to announce here, what's new with Marketplace? First, the introduction of multi-party private offers, now available in the US, UK, and Canada. We understand that many customers have valued and trusted relationships with channel partners who they prefer to assist with software procurement. Multi-party private offers allows customers to bring those partners to the Marketplace and close deals together. We're already seeing a ton of momentum here, and this capability will soon expand to additional geographies. In addition, professional services, we now have the ability to transact professional services alongside software solutions in the US, UK, and Canada. For example, professional services can include a vendor assisting with implementation, training your employees, or providing consulting services. And these purchases can be included on your Azure invoice, further simplifying procurement. Now, I'm excited to announce that soon we will have flexible billing, which is the ability to align charges with your budget cycle or consumption needs. This will help with uninterrupted invoicing cycle and adaptable contract terms. Look for this capability in early 2025. Finally, let's talk about drawing down committed cloud spend. This is such a powerful benefit of Marketplace, and it's that we count 100% of eligible solutions towards a customer's Microsoft Azure consumption commitment, or MAC. This helps customers obtain discounts on their Azure infrastructure and get more value for their cloud investments. About 80% of customers with a Mac already use Marketplace for vendor solutions, and over the past year, we've seen a 100% increase in Mac customers spending on eligible offers in the Marketplace. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Anthony.
Thank you, Will. So now, let's talk about how the Marketplace intersects with the era of AI. Microsoft is the #1 provider of AI services in the world. AI is growing at an unprecedented rate, and Marketplace is at the forefront of that growth. AI solutions are the #1 purchase category by net new customers. We've seen a 163% increase in AI offers listed by our software partners, and a 7x increase in customers visiting AI and machine learning offer pages on our storefronts. We've also seen a 380% increase in customers purchasing AI offers. So organizations are eager to discover and deploy the right AI solutions for them. And they're finding them through the marketplace. This momentum is driven by the benefits that customers get by going through the marketplace, which are applicable when buying any solution, but especially relevant when it comes to AI applications. There are benefits like being able to evaluate solutions with free trials and proof of concept options to ensure that they align with your needs before you commit and buy. And saving time by deploying directly from Azure in a secure environment where solutions are pre-configured so developers can actually spend more time on the most valuable work. With the marketplace, you'll be able to get cutting-edge AI technologies that help you build with generative AI and models as a service. And we'll talk more about that on the next slide. You could extend Copilot capabilities through connectors, agents, plugins, and build your own copilots. You also have flexibility in doing this with low-code in Copilot Studio, or have complete customization and control in Visual Studio and the Teams Toolkit extension. Now, in addition to Microsoft's own AI tools for developers, you'll find a wide breadth of offerings from partners in AI today. And as you heard on Tuesday, our Models as a Service catalog continues to expand with specialized and industry-specific models and customization options. So whether you require tools to clean, prepare, and label the data in your LLM, like that from Unstructured and Toloka, or looking for ways to analyze, integrate, store, search, and retrieve the data you use in Gen AI apps, with offerings from companies like Pinecone, and offerings to tap into powerful LLMs like those from Cohere and Mistral AI, or build and deploy your own app from the ground up, from prototype to production, with app building platforms like LangChain. These offerings can all be discovered not just in our storefronts, but surface right in our first-party products, like the newly announced Azure AI Foundry and Microsoft Fabric. So developers can work with the tools that they know and in the environments that they already work in. I also want to call out that the AI catalog includes many SaaS applications that are powered by AI and helping customers experience AI transformation in a number of solutions. In fact, we've added over 1,200 AI apps to our catalog in the past year. To call out a few examples, Yobi built a combo of AI and consented consumer behavior data to enable marketers to drive customer acquisition and marketing ROI. Decisions provides an app for teams in M365 that helps with rich agendas, minutes, tasks, and decision tracking. TalView has a Gen AI-powered interviewing and proctoring platform that helps fast-track procurement. And Kinaxis uses AI to remove waste across your supply chain, including demand and supply planning, inventory management, and sales and operational planning. So whatever your function, you are guaranteed to find an app within it to help you increase your productivity. So AI solutions are not just available through the marketplace. Our teams are also building AI into the marketplace to improve the customer experience. We know one of the most important aspects of interacting with the marketplace is discovery. Our new AI-powered solutions discovery experience is now available in the Azure portal. It takes search to a new level, helping you intuitively find the solutions you need with natural language. The search result just doesn't return solutions. It might also suggest relevant technical documentation from Microsoft to help you make informed decisions. You'll see this new experience in our demo. So I'll hand it off to Diego to show us how the marketplace itself is embracing AI innovation. Diego?
Thank you very much, Anthony. Right, demo time. I'm going to unofficially declare this the last demo of Ignite. So let's go. Before I show you the demo, I'd like to give you a little bit of an overview of what you're about to see. So in this demo, I'm going to play the role of an AI developer on a manufacturing company who's been tasked with developing a solution that allows the business users of the company to interrogate their manufacturing production data with natural language without having to go into complicated applications, but just ask questions to the data. So in order to do that, the developer, I choose to develop a custom copilot, and I will be using developing this custom copilot from Azure AI Studio, which we recently rebranded as Azure AI Foundry. So forgive me if I refer to Azure AI Studio, I'm just very used to it, but it's Azure AI Foundry. So the developer will be using a large language model from that he will buy from the marketplace as the base for this copilot. And then he'll be grounding the large language model with company-specific data. And this company-specific data comes from the manufacturing plant floor, from the equipment and all that, from the devices, and is being put together, consolidated, massaged, and put it into an AI-friendly format via a third-party application from a vendor called 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗻 that they also purchase from the marketplace. So although the demo will be mostly on Azure AI Foundry, there are two important pieces where we go to the marketplace, one to buy the large language model for Cohere, and the other to buy the application from 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗻. So with that context, let me switch over to the demo. So I'm here in Azure AI Foundry, and I go to the model catalog to shop for a large language model that to use as the base for my copilot. I can choose for several criteria, the inference task, etc. But more importantly for this demo is I choose to serverless API. What that is that those are large language models that are hosted by Microsoft. So you don't have to deploy a VM with very expensive GPUs. I just pay for the tokens I use with the model. So I keep shopping, and I decide that Cohere Command R is the large language model I want. So when I go to deployment, here is a seamless integration with the Microsoft Marketplace where I can buy, subscribe to the model, check the pricing, of course, all that, subscribe to the model, and seamlessly it deploys it into my Azure AI Foundry environment. So once the model is deployed, I go to the playground where I can test it with some questions, right? But it's important to know that this model was trained with public data. It knows nothing about my company data, right? So if I ask it a basic question, so list the equipment that we have, it just doesn't know, right? It'll answer with some generic thing about printers and telephones, completely useless, right? So what do I do now? Well, how do I solve this? I ground the model with company-specific data, right? But sometimes finding the data and preparing it and massaging it for AI training is arguably one of the most difficult tasks in AI development. So what do I do, right? So to address that, we have worked with many third-party companies, ISV vendors, to publish solutions on the marketplace that not only they use AI, but they also unlock their data for customers to use AI. So imagine I'm back in time and I'm going to marketplace to buy such a solution. So I ask, hey, I need a solution that can help me consolidate my company's manufacturing data. So this is the AI-powered search that Anthony was referring to. So it generates some suggestions based on my prompt. I analyze all the choices, the suggestions, and I choose 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗻𝗃 Connect, which does just what I want. It collects the data from my manufacturing plant floor, and it puts it in a format like this that I can use for AI grounding. It's in a JSON format. It's in a common data model that I can understand. So going back to AI Foundry, I'm going to ground my large model from Cohere with that data. So from Foundry is very easy. I just add the data to the model. And now AI Foundry is going to do a series of actions. It's going to chunk the data, create the index database, et cetera. Some of you may recognize these steps as a retrieval augmented generation RAG. So this is what AI Foundry is doing right now. And now the model is based in data. It's grounded by company data. So if I ask the question, list the equipment we have, it'll know. It'll reply with company-specific data. Another question is, what equipment has produced the product, PT, et cetera, et cetera? This machine has produced that product. So it's company data that came from that data was dumped by the side machine. I used it to ground the model, and now I can answer questions. So really quickly, to wrap up what you just saw, I went to Azure AI Foundry to create a custom copilot. I went in Azure AI Studio through the marketplace. I purchased an LLM from Cohere. This was not just any LLM. It was a hosted LLM, so I don't have to pay for the VM. I don't have to pay for the expensive GPUs. I only pay for the tokens that I pass back and forth. Then I show you how to ground the base model with company-specific data that came from the equipment and that was collected and massaged and grouped and tagged properly for AI consumption with this application from Side Machine that I also purchased from the marketplace. So that's the demo. I'm going to give the floor back to Anthony, who is going to tell us about the customer story. Thank you.
Thank you, Diego. And so I can't think of a better way to close than to hear directly from one of our customers. Teleperformance is a multinational company which offers business services for organizations in 99 countries around the world. A few months ago, we met the Teleperformance team to learn more about the value that they were getting from the marketplace by the solutions they purchased. And so we're going to take a look now.
It's an experience we have all had. We buy something, we are excited about it, and guess what? It doesn't work. For us, it was our smart TV. Turns out, I ended up calling my own company for help to fix it. At Teleperformance, we leverage technology to help people. Our customers are Fortune 100 companies where we provide them services in various lines of businesses. Teleperformance proudly is a cloud-first company, and Microsoft is with us on that journey. We have recently signed up approximately $200 million MAC commitments. We are also consuming a lot of marketplace purchases to reach our commitment. And it's not just Azure purchases which fill our contract. Thousands of eligible vendor solutions on marketplace counts too. When we fulfill our contracts, we get discount on Azure infrastructure. So any new purchase we do has to qualify through marketplace. There have been situations where we push our vendor partners to have their listings on the marketplace. It's a key component of a procurement strategy. It's make things easier and faster. With a company of our scale, it's pretty difficult to track what's happening in 90 different countries. Purchases from marketplace gives us better control. We have a single purchase order, a single invoice. That gives a brilliant view of our cloud landscape and an optimized cost investment. Time to market is key. With marketplace, we can build product faster and we can provide benefits to our internal company processes to create a human touch, which is very essential for a customer experience. The world is changing and so are we, and the marketplace, it's helping us leapfrog into the customer experience space. Oh, and our TV works great now.
That's great. And now I'd like to welcome to the stage Jatin Suri, who is the Global SVP for the Cloud Center of Excellence at Teleperformance, who you just saw in the video. Welcome, Jatin. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you, Jatin.
So we're going to get into Marketplace. But before we get into Marketplace, I'd love for you to tell us more about the services that Teleperformance offers, And also, I know your company is using AI tools to empower your frontline teams without losing the human touch. Can you tell us about that balance?
Amazing. Thanks for the good question.
Yeah.
So at Teleperformance, we view empathy and customer touch, like from a human, as a key pillar to provide exceptional customer delivery. We use various tools like AI to enable our frontline workers to deliver the best service forward. In fact, we have integrated tools like Gen AI and automation, where we are able to provide sentiment analysis on real time and next best action on an interaction to our teams to deliver services. Further, we have also improved a lot of internal processes and products to optimize our existing landscape of operations, and also it helps us creating new offerings in the market.
That's great.
Excellent. And Jatin, in the video, you mentioned Teleperformance being a cloud-first company. And we like to think about the Microsoft Commercial Marketplace as an extension of the Microsoft Cloud. Tell us a little bit more about how Teleperformance came to Marketplace and why other companies that are cloud-first, such as yours, should think about buying through the Marketplace as well.
I think it's a great question. So when we started using the Marketplace as a centralized platform for our software purchases, we got big smiles on our global procurement leaderships, people like Jorge and Danielle, who were initially talking and interacting with various vendors, various partners, and a company of our size spread across 90 countries. So that was one big achievement, what we were able to bring to them. And then through Marketplace, we are able to achieve as a company greater efficiencies. And with the unified view, we have more control on our software landscape. Plus, we have single invoice, single vendor, and a single purchase order rather than having multiple purchase orders across those 90+ countries.
Wow, that's great. Now, I find it fascinating that you mentioned that all of your purchases occur through the Marketplace today.
Yes.
And I've heard you've even asked vendors to put their listings up on the Marketplace so that you can purchase them. Why do that? And what does that conversation sound like?
Yeah, see, Marketplace is a key component of a procurement strategy. What we have made is mandatory that any new purchase, what we do, has to go through Marketplace. In fact, there have been times when we have pushed our vendor partners to do the listing. And you know what? Partners are willing to do that, and they want to list as well, and they are able to strike a better deal. We are able to get better negotiations with them, and it's a win-win story for everybody. For us, it's a unified view where we can see all over cloud operations and technology operations spread across all the softwares we have purchased. Earlier, we were scattered all over, and there was a lot of back and forth within the company, with the partners, multiple ecosystem. But with the beauty of Marketplace, centralized consolidation gives a great amount of control and view for strategic decisions and further developing our relationship with our strategic partners as well.
That's great.
Excellent. And John, last question for you. So Teleperformance signed a multi-million-dollar Microsoft Azure consumption commitment, and you're using part of that on Azure benefit eligible solutions through the Marketplace. So please tell us a little bit about how you thought about Marketplace when it came to signing up for a MAC agreement.
Amazing. As I said, we have kept Marketplace from getting all the benefits we can use as an enterprise, where we are getting discounts on our Azure infrastructure consumption and maximizing our investment. Plus, whatever we buy today through Azure Marketplace, it is 100% contributing to our MAC decrement. So we are using Marketplace as a strategy to meet our commitments to Microsoft for our cloud operations as well.
Incredible.
That's great. Well, we are getting to the end of our session here, and I want to thank Jatin for coming and sharing your experience with us. Thank you, Will.
Thank you, Jatin.
And in closing, I'd just like to share that we have a bunch of resources that are available for you to help you get started on the Marketplace journey. And there are two easy places to start. You could learn more about the Marketplace by visiting azure.com/marketplace. You can use the QR code here on the screen to get there. And you can also explore the benefits of buying through the Marketplace by downloading the ebook, which is also available via QR code. then I'd encourage you to talk to Marketplace experts in our regular office hours and check out our video collection on how to get the most out of your Marketplace experiences. And please fill out the event survey to let us know how we did in this session. We hope you have a great rest of Ignite and enjoy your evening and safe travels back home. Thank you.